Hey everyone, before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a story like this. Your children can sit this one out. Mother's Day is just for the good kids, my mother announced over the phone. My 8-year-old girl's tiny fingers stopped moving on her sippy cup. Her mouth quivered. She murmured, hardly making a sound, "Nana doesn't like me." My name is Sophia Reed. I'm 32. And in that instant, one comment decided my whole next move. If you use my kid to get to me, I don't bargain. I cut off entry. I sent a quick response. Got it. I'll pull my payment for the gathering. Mom read it and right away shared my message in the family group text like a prize. In under 5 minutes, her live Instagram story popped up. My sibling, my relatives, glasses of bubbly clinking, dishes piled with fancy seafood noodles. Everybody smiling with the words, "Mother's Day with true family love." They figured shame would make me give in. It didn't. It sparked every silent vow I made to myself when I saw they only cared about me when my cash was easy to grab. I switched off the kitchen lights, pulled my girl near, and murmured, "You never have to work for affection. If they don't value you like gold, they don't get to be around you." Then I launched my banking app. I deleted every connected card, stopped every automatic bill linked to their homes, ended every dinner charge I had set up in advance, shut down the refund option they tapped like a faucet, zero balance for each of them. As I handled this, group chat photos kept rolling in. Juicy steaks, sweet trays, pricey bottles, all billed to me, all run on the card they figured would go through without a hitch like always. They had no clue. In just 14 minutes, the alerts began. Rejected, rejected, rejected. But the first call I picked up wasn't from my mom. It came from the restaurant boss, and his tone was already stressed. The restaurant boss's words were strained, courteous, but you could sense the worry underneath. "Ms. Reed, I hate to interrupt, but your relative's card keeps getting denied. They're saying you're heading over with a different one." I went out to the patio, gentle night breeze on my skin. "No, I'm not showing up. And they're no longer allowed on it," I stated steadily. There was a break. You could catch the clatter of dishes, seats, chatter in the background. "So, who's covering this check then?" "My mother," I replied. "The one who claimed my girl isn't polite enough to join." Quiet. Then he let out a breath like he got the whole story right away. "I'll talk to them," he said, tone firm now. "Thanks for clearing that up." When the call wrapped up soon after, the group chat exploded. First my sibling, "What did you pull?" Then Mom, "Phone me immediately. This isn't a joke." Then my relative, "We just picked sweets." "What's going on?" Do you know what surprised me the most? Not the awkwardness, not the tab, not the failed charges right there for all to see. It was understanding that for the first time, I didn't hurry to rescue them. I didn't leap. I didn't say sorry. And I didn't yield. My girl sat snuggled on the sofa watching cartoons, her head on my thigh, drawing loops on my skin. "Mommy, are they upset?" she asked softly. "They're upset because they didn't see results coming," I replied gently. "Are we okay?" I kissed her brow. "No, we're safe now." The evening was calm in our house. Inside the eatery, it was chaos. Phones waving, tones loud, seats shifting, cards bombing, and for the first time in ages, they couldn't dodge the cost. Mom finally really rang. Not audio clips, not angry messages. Her tone wobbled, like her confidence was gone. "Sophia, honey, your card must be glitching. Can you just sort it so we can wrap up the meal?" I settled back on the cushions, keeping my words even, steady. "No glitch. I took you all off today." She went quiet for a moment. Then the flip happened. The usual tone, the usual demand. "You're pulling this on Mother's Day with everybody watching. You're shaming us." "No," I said. "You did that when you said my girl wasn't good enough for you." Quiet. Then I caught seats moving. Folks murmuring. Someone telling the server to attempt once more. Mom whispered harshly into the phone. "You better correct this before the whole place watches us get walked out." "Nothing to correct," I said. Her breaths quickened. "You think you're in charge because of your cash?" "No," I said softly. "I'm in charge because I finally blocked entry." She tried one last move, pretend tears, the kind she pulled when I was 10 and she wanted me to cave. But now Under the quivers and sniffs, there was something new. Worry. Because she got it. They weren't in the safe anymore. She was out with the rest. I hung up, not mad, just finished. My girl glanced up from her drawing pad. Is Nana still upset? She's figuring it out, I murmured. At that very moment, my phone glowed again. It wasn't Mom. It was the restaurant boss. And he said just one line. They're not budging. We need your okay for what's next. I shut my eyes and breathed out. I arrived at the restaurant entrance 15 minutes later, not hurrying, but taking it slow. Mom spotted me and jumped up from the back table. Makeup running down her face, tissues clutched tight. My sibling folded her arms like she was the hurt one. The server, a young man who seemed like he'd rather vanish, sighed in relief at my sight. They weren't seated anymore. They were cornered. Table gawking, phones filming, diners muttering. This wasn't the fancy Mother's Day party they imagined. Mom seized my arm the moment I was near. Sophia, end this now and unlock the card. We're mortified. You mortified yourselves when you said my girl wasn't welcome, I said evenly. You have to pardon, she barked, tone unsteady. Family always pardons. My girl's words echoed in my mind, that small cry. Why don't they like me, Mommy? I faced the boss. You can charge my account, I said, but not theirs, and only for what's already eaten. Not the bubbly, not the bonus treats, just the essentials. The boss nodded. I turned to my mother. You don't keep perks after you discard people. Mom's lip shook. My sibling breathed in like she was ready to strike again. Then she caught my gaze and stepped back. For the first time ever, they got that actions had real results. The boss handled the payment. I signed and left. Mom trailed me to the front hall, gripping her bag, tone fragile as tissue. Sophia, you're not for real about what you said before, right? I faced her. I haven't even begun. She stood there wordless, like she didn't know her own kid anymore. The elevator panels parted behind me. I entered slow, purposeful, eyes locked. She remained stuck in the hall, and just before the panels shut, she murmured, "What will you do?" I stayed silent because words were done, only actions remained. On the ride home, my phone kept vibrating. Dad ringing, my brother ringing, family ringing, pics, audio clips, all of them abruptly concerned. All of them abruptly seeking my thoughts. Ironic how folks only seek answers when their ease is at risk. When my girl was upset, they said nothing. When it's their lavish meal falling apart, they find speed. The second I pulled in, I entered our family room. My girl was drawing on the rug, headphones on, still in that small lavender sweatshirt from earlier. She looked up, eyes wide, waiting for my face to say if she should worry. I got down low. I didn't let them put us down today. Her body relaxed. Eased like she'd been holding air too. Then I fired up my computer because folks think results are just feelings. They don't see results can be built in. In my bank panel, I hit the allowed users section. Mom, brother, dad. 3 names. 3 who saw me as a cash machine in human form. Delete access. Approve. A box appeared. Done. They wanted to play power games. Okay, let's watch them function without the woman they said wasn't polite enough for Mother's Day. And the next day, the true chaos kicked off 08:07 a.m. Before I finished my morning routine, my phone blew up like a holiday light show. 15 missed rings, 9 audio messages, 6 texts, emergency, answer now, Mom first, then Dad, then my brother, going off like a broken sprinkler. I ignored everyone. I got my girl breakfast, packed her bag, fastened her shoes. She sang a tune from social media like the world was perfect, because for her it was. That's the key. For once, the mess wasn't in our space. It was out in the grown-up world who thought they owned mine. 10:14 a.m. bankrupt calls. Ms. Reed, your mom and brother are here insisting on entry. We told them they're off. They're taking it badly. I drank my coffee. Suggest they talk to lawyers, not me. He hesitated. Already did. 11:02 a.m. My brother sends a pic. Him, Mom, Dad. In the bank foyer like big shots whose passes just failed. Nope. Sort this now. 2 years back, this would have crushed me. Now it was like fairness finally found my door. At 12:45 while warming lunch, my phone hummed again, unknown number. Ms. Reed, this is Karen from Family Support Services. Your mom booked a talk session and put you down as coming. I actually chuckled. They didn't check with me. Oh, they acted like you were in. Naturally, they never check. They decide. I won't be there, I answered. She noted it. And as I cleaned the dish, I saw it clear. They weren't after harmony. They were after control back. Everything turned from heart to strategy. And what hit at 3:17 p.m. confirmed it. 3:17 p.m. My phone shook with a video call from my aunt in Florida. We hadn't talked in 8 years. The moment I picked up, she jumped in without a pause. Honey, your mom's a wreck. Why hurt your family like this? They say you block cards on Mother's Day. How mean is that? There it was. The badmouth stage. The paint her bad stage. The final tool they thought they had. I stayed cool. Aunt Karen, did they say they called my girl not well-mannered? Quiet. Did they say they chuckled as she teared up? Quieter now. Did they say they boasted about a posh meal while planning for me to cover the hidden cost? She blinked. No, that wasn't shared. Of course not. They skip details. They keep power. Aunt Karen, I'm not hurting them. I'm guarding us. I ended nicely and blocked her too. At 5:51 p.m., Mom tried fresh. A video ring, waving my girl's old baby quilt like a memory trap. Her eyes puffy, tone broken. Families argue, but cash shouldn't mix in. You can undo it all. Undo. Nothing to undo. This is the first time ever I stood firm. Mom, I said carefully, you're mad because I quit paying for your meanness. Her mouth opened like a hit. Then I cut the call mid-tier. I set the phone down, went to my girl drawing on the floor, and kissed her hair. I'm stopping the pattern for her. At 9:28 p.m., my lawyer messaged something that stopped my air. Ready. 9:43 p.m. I sat at the kitchen counter, computer on, law papers up, while my girl slept in her room with the soft pink light. My lawyer's voice on speaker was even, professional. All family-tied accounts, duties, shared entries, and casual approvals are now officially ended. You're fully shielded. No one can claim more. Want to send the last notice? I eyed the flashing line. This wasn't payback. This was me being completely over. I hit send. In under a second, a whole life of feeling owed was shut. At 10:11 p.m., Dad rang from another line. I answered just for a clean close. His tone wasn't mad now. It was weak. Your mom won't quit crying, he murmured. Your brother feels shamed. They feel stabbed. I watched the vapor from my drink. I felt that for 30 years, I said. You just never saw. He had no words because manipulation was out. I'm not shutting anyone off. I explained. I'm setting myself loose. He breathed deep and maybe for the first time, he truly listened. Then I hung up. The next day, I took my girl to the flower park. We strolled by the pink blooms. We giggled. We had frozen treats at 9:30 a.m. for no cause. Her joy wasn't a fight zone anymore. It was ours, clean, free, not traded. And as she squeezed my arm and showed a butterfly fighting its shell, I felt it deep. We ended the loop. My family lost their source, but I won what they never got or knew. A life on self-worth, not scare. I'm picking a tomorrow where my girl learns she never begs to be valued. The chain of shame stopped here with me, softly, strongly, forever.